Coming up next on Columbus Connections, we'll be talking to Monica Thornton. She's helping give women powerful beginnings. Stay tuned. Welcome to Columbus Connections. I am your host, David Britt, and one of my favorite thing to do with this show is present to you people in our community who are doing things to help. And there are so many organizations and so many people with so many great ideas, and I just love to just get that out to people because sometimes you just don't know. You need help, and you don't know who to call, don't know who to reach. Well, I have somebody in this community, one of our own, who's helping do some great things. Miss Monica Thornton with
Hello.
Powerful Beginnings.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, welcome to the show. Now tell us about yourself. Where you from, where you went to school, what's your mama name?
Where I'm from, Columbus, Georgia.
Wonderful.
I went to Columbus High School, Blue Devils. So I graduated 2002, went off to Valdosta State University.
Okay.
Moved back, and I've been since working at different wireless industries, but about 2 years ago, I started my organization, Powerful Beginnings.
Wonderful.
And so I've been trucking ever since.
Now, what is Powerful Beginnings?
Powerful Beginnings is a nonprofit organization that helps with the transitional portion of domestic violence victims and survivors' lives. Once basically they made a decision to leave the abusive relationship, we help get them back on their feet. We empower them, we help them get housing, help them get jobs, anything that they need to be okay and be themselves again and live an independent life and empowered life.
That's very interesting, and I know I never thought of that part of it, how important or how big just that piece of that.
Correct.
Leaving, okay, where am I going to go? What am I going to do?
When you leave an abusive relationship, it's kind of like you're starting fresh, hence Powerful Beginnings.
Right.
And when you walk out of that relationship, you need as much help as you can get, meaning maybe friends have turned their back on you, maybe family have turned their back on you because you stayed for so long. But now you want to regain your strength, regain your footing, and that's what we do. We help them with the steps that you need. Of course, you know you need a job so you can provide for yourself, so you can provide for your kids. You got to heal from the inside out. So we provide counseling services that allows them to be able to love themselves again and be able to get back out there and say, hey, I know I can do it, and I know that I deserve the right type of love, and I know I deserve a healthy relationship. So we do all of that, and we kind of build it into a program for them, for the survivors, because they're no longer victims anymore.
Right, exactly.
And we allow them to know that they can now start fresh, where it's saving money. We help with financial portion, with being able to save money so that you can rebuild. We help with a partnership with the Columbus Housing Authority to help them get an apartment.
Gotcha.
The apartment allows them to, live free of abuse, and also be able to not engage with their abusers or their aggressors anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
One thing that I hear with so many people that come on and talk about the great things that they do and the services that they provide is the underlying of just giving things that give people hope and just restore that faith that some people just, I believe, stay in those situations because they just don't know and don't believe how they can get out. And just giving them some light at the end of a tunnel, sometimes it's just mind-blowing how much that turns their life over and puts them in the right direction.
That's true.
What made you start this?
Well, I myself am a survivor of 4 years. Once I moved back from college, I wanted to rebuild myself, and there wasn't services that I myself felt that was available to me to help me do those those people say, oh girl, if I need you, or hey, I'm here for you, but they just were not there.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to be able to provide those services to women and to men as well that just don't feel like there's nobody there for them. And let them know that it's confidential. We won't blast your information, we won't tell nobody about it, we won't judge you. We're here to help you do the same thing that I did or that I needed at the time.
So when someone contacts you, what are the steps to it? If someone is dealing with that situation, they're ready to leave, they call you, what's the next step?
We assess what steps they need. We assess what's the biggest thing that they need, whether they need clothing first, whether they need housing first, whether they need to get a job first, and what steps do they need so that we can push them in the right direction. So I create a system for them, and it takes them through the most important steps first of what they need, and then we kind of go in order from there, which allows them to heal along the way and also rebuild.
Gotcha. And I imagine, look, you've been doing this for 2 years.
Yes.
About how many people have gone through the program?
Honestly, we touch a lot of people in Columbus, but we also touch a lot of people in Atlanta, which is awesome.
wow.
So I would say maybe over 50 people,
Wow.
young ladies, because we have a lot of partnerships with organizations in Atlanta that have helped us tremendously. But Columbus, Georgia definitely has stepped up and been able and given us a lot of exposure and a lot of promotion as well. And we've definitely been helping some young ladies around the city as well.
And that's great. And going back to what I said about a lot of people doing a lot of things, I hear the fact that you're linking folks to other places. Sometimes it's just a phone call that they don't know
Correct.
how to make, and the fact that you're a survivor yourself, and they see you as a success story,
Yes.
and you know what it means, you know what it takes, you know what they're going through.
Correct.
How, I imagine with something like that, how close do you get to them? Like, dealing with that every day, it's so rewarding, but it's such an emotional attachment.
You see a lot of women who, in the beginning, I want to leave, I want to do this, I'm ready now. And some do. Some do make those steps, they make the transition and that journey. And now I've had some success stories now that help me, young ladies that come and say, hey, now I want to help you do what you do.
Wow.
And they help my organization as well. They volunteer, they give their time. But there are times where you get close to and they go back. And you cannot get upset about that. And in the beginning, you do,
Yeah.
because you want them to win. You want them to be better and you want them to progress through their journey. But they have to go do it at their own time when they're strong enough to do it. So yes, you get close to women and you get close to your survivors and you know that you cannot overstep a certain boundary. So you have to continue to empower them from afar, from a distance, and let them know that we're still here for you once you made a decision to come back.
Gotcha. If somebody's watching right now and they're in one of these situations, and like you say, they have those friends that say, girl, if you need me, or man, if you need me, just let me know.
Yeah.
Then you call and the phone goes straight to voicemail. What could you tell them?
That it's not bad that you made a decision to go back, that it takes time. Now, how long? We can't give you a long time because we want to make sure that your safety is at the forefront. I'm sorry, but what we want to do is let you know that you can do it. There's people out here to help you. We can help you in any way possible, whether it's just listening to you talk so that you can make the first steps yourself, because you have to make that step first.
Right.
We can't make it for you. So definitely know that somebody's here for you and that there's a team of people that want to help you. And we're going to get you where you need to be as long as you make that first step.
Gotcha. Now, you guys have an event coming up.
Yes.
Tell me about the event.
Our event coming up is, I don't know if you know or not, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Oh, wow.
It is. And we're doing a lot of partnering with other organizations in the city, like Domestic Violence Roundtable. They had an amazing event the other day. Our event coming up is October the 29th. It is the Purple Promises Domestic Violence Gala.
Oh, hence the purple.
Yes.
Okay.
We're honoring 10 victims and survivors of domestic violence that have died around the city and that have survived around the city. We're going to give them a free face of makeup, their hair done for the day, and if they need a dress, we'll provide a gown for the evening as well because it is a formal event. Gotcha. They'll be honored with 2 guest speakers, dinner, music, and a nice little plaque to go with it. Yes.
Yeah. And these are ladies, have they all gone through, I hate to keep saying ladies because it's not gender specific.
Correct.
Men go through it, we all go through it.
Exactly.
These people, they all have gone through the program?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Initially, we opened it up for people who have never had a chance to tell their story. And they were nominated by a family member or a friend, and that made it so special because their friends and family saw them go through and come out and didn't tell anybody. So we want to honor them and let them know that we see what you've done. We see the milestones you made. So this allows us to acknowledge them and celebrate them.
Wow. And again, tell me again, when is this and where will it be?
October 29th at the Columbus Marriott at 7 p.m.
Gotcha. And is this the one that's open to the public?
It is open to the public. Anyone can purchase tickets. We have a link on our Facebook page, it's Powerful Beginnings, and they can purchase the tickets, which are $30, or they can make donations. And the donations go towards helping these survivors be able to continue their process, continue their journey.
And I find this event particularly interesting because some may listen and say, well, you're having an event of people that are survivors of domestic violence, and you know people are getting tickets to come, but that within itself, how many people are just dealing with this? There are so many generations upon generations of this that has happened.
Yes.
To be able to go and see survivors being celebrated.
Yes, it's hard
Like
to
really
see that.
celebrated.
Correct.
Yeah.
You don't see that often. We honor the ones that have died, but we don't honor the ones who have survived and made a decision to live a life free of abuse. So the actual survivors that are being honored have everything's totally free for them. They don't pay for not one thing at all. They come and just enjoy being celebrated. The funding goes towards helping them further their journey and help other women that have not been honored and who have not been through the process, go through their process as well.
Awesome. Again, tell us, how can people get in touch with you if they need to?
Sure. Powerful Beginnings, we have a Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/powerfulbeginnings. Our website is www.powerfulbeginnings.org. Our contact information, 706-763-9505. And our email address is powerful_beginnings@yahoo.com.
Gotcha. Now, I usually close out the show and I try to think of something all nice and resourceful and cool to end it with. But I want you to close this out. I want you to tell, because there's somebody out there that's looking, that was just flipping through the channels and came across this and really needs to hear this. So let them know what they need to know, please.
Well, as I said, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we always celebrate breast cancer awareness, but we also want to celebrate the women who have come so far. And I enjoy helping ladies, and I enjoy coming out and being able to provide our services to our community. So if you're out there and if you know any young ladies who need our services, who are just looking to tell their story, please let us know, because we also want to honor them and also want to show our community how we can make a bigger footprint out there. Thank you.
There you have it. Thanks for watching. This is Columbus Connections.